All right, Dave. You ready to knock this thing out?
No problem, man. Paris tees, take one. 7 races, 7 winners. Wait. Jared, this has to be a typo, man.
Nope, not a typo. We're still waiting for a repeat winner this season.
Ah, that's right. Mitch Evans won in Rome. Okay. So pick up on line 2. 7 different teams have stood atop the podium. Man, I mean, these Gen 2 cars have really evened the playing field.
Yeah, the top 4 teams are only separated by 14 points. Okay, let's get back to the script.
Okay. Now, Formula E takes on the streets of Paris, where there has never been a repeat winner. Hold on, Jared. This streak can continue?
Yep.
This is crazy. I mean, where will it end? Next, we go to Monaco. Will that be 9? And after that, we're off to Berlin, then Bern. Will we have 11 winners? Oh, and don't tell me, this could go into New York, where the title can be claimed in the last race of the season, just because nobody could separate themselves from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, we can only hope.
Oh, well, it's a good thing you can catch it right here on Fox Sports.
I think you nailed it, man.
Welcome to round 8 of the 2018-2019 FIA Formula E season, and we are but moments away from the start of today's Paris E-prix. Hello, I'm Steve Matchett. So far, this championship has been a toss-up throughout the whole of the season to date. As soon as someone looks likely to take a firm grip of this title race, disaster strikes. Somebody new wins, and we're right back to square one. It's been absolutely fascinating to watch it all unfold, however, and let's hope the trend continues. Who knows? We could go 8 for 8 today in the world-famous City of Lights. But before we go racing, let's take a look at the challenge these drivers must face. Well, the Circuit Les Invalides is one of the shortest of the Formula E calendar. Only 1.9 kilometers in length, that's just over a mile in old money. This track has been a staple of the championship for 4 of its 5 seasons. There are 14 turns to navigate, and the all-important attack zone that each driver must pass through twice is located at the exit of Turn 9. Now, let's see how the cars will form up on the grid for today's E-prix. Well, the biggest news you're going to see here as we look at the opening 4 rows of the grid, there are no Mahindra cars there. You may remember from qualifying that happened not so long ago that Mahindra had an absolutely stellar qualifying. Pascal Wehrlein put the car on pole. But after qualifying, and we always say they are unofficial results in qualifying, well, here's a classic example. Both Mahindras kicked out of qualifying because of problems over their tyre pressures. And they must start the E-prix on the very back of the grid here in Paris. Rows 5 through to 8, a lot of these guys struggling just with weather conditions in qualifying. Very high wind, which brought down a lot of debris and foliage from the trees, even, frankly, some little branches out on the track. There was no grip anywhere. Row 11, D'Ambrosio, and there is Pascal Wehrlein right there. Well, due to track conditions, there's going to be a safety car start. So now, without further ado, let's get down to the world feed with Dario Franchitti, Jack Nicholls and Bob Varsha for the call.
And could get interesting.
Yep, the BMW i8 safety car leading Oliver Rowland there at the front of the grid alongside Sebastian Buemi and then Robin Freins in third. Freins in particular was one of the drivers in the purple Envision Virgin racing car that was particularly disappointed that it wasn't going to be a grid start, because he knew he'd be starting on the good side of the grid in third place with a real chance of taking the lead. So the safety car coming in, we're about to get racing behind the safety car when Oliver Rowland, the race leader, floors the throttle. The Paris E-prix, the 2018-19 season's 8th round of Formula E will be underway. Still hasn't quite gone, has he?
No, not quite. Buemi's going to be shadowing and waiting to see that flicker reaction.
He's gone.
There's a gap at the back of the field, though.
There goes Oliver Rowland then, pulling away through the final sequence of corners at the Place d'Invalides. And there's a big gap in there, isn't there, behind... I think it's Tom Dillman to Eduardo Mortara. As they come across the line now, the clock stops as it starts, as you can see up on the top left. 45 minutes plus 1 lap is underway. Mortara's been left napping. Robin Fries there in the purple car has got Felipe Massa right up behind him and sort of looking to the inside a little bit. But everybody safely through. The right-hander down at the end of the main straight for the first time, and we are racing in Paris.
And Tom Dillman is really up behind the second of the Audis already. The Neil shadowing, you see him at the back of the pack behind Lucas de Grassi, but he was trying to make something happen because as soon as it spreads out, it's going to be more difficult. But at the back of the pack is, I would say, the action point right now.
Here they come then through the hairpin right-hander of turn 9. Sam Bird looking racy. That's Oliver Turvey in the second white and blue Neo. We go on board with Sam Bird, who is up behind Jean-Eric Verne. The two former teammates battling over 12th place as they come up into turn 10. Lopez has lost 2 places off the start, I think. So he's dropped behind the two Mahindra drivers off the start of the race. 45 minutes plus 1 lap. That is the end of one of the laps, and now they come through the right-hander at Varennes. With Roland leading, his gap is 1 second ahead of Sebastian Buemi.
And if it's a green race, no safety car, you'd expect about 2.2. You see the
Lotterer
Cheetah having a look? No.
Thinking about going to the inside of Maxi Gunter in the black and white Dragon. Decides against it, Andre Lotterer.
So we're talking 2.2% of energy used per lap if it goes completely green.
So they will need a little bit of energy saving in this race, but if there's any kind of full course yellow or safety car, that necessity will disappear.
I think it'll be minimal at best, won't it?
Yeah.
Lotterer, I think he's going to start getting his elbows out a little bit and try and make a couple of places up. He's right up there in the championship, running 3rd.
Finished 2nd 2 weeks ago in Rome, did Andre Lotterer in that black and gold Tatita car, and off it's Roland! Oliver Roland in the wall, all by himself by the looks of things, from the lead of the race for Nissan. And there's shock on the face of the team. Francois Sicard can't believe what he's seen, that the race leader
for a long time
has crashed out.
Reverse. Neutral, then brake, reverse for a long time, should go reverse.
He's asking how to get reverse, and they're having to tell him on the radio. Meanwhile, Felipe Massa is trying to attack Robin Fries for what is now 2nd position, coming down into turn 3. Big lockup from Maxi Gunter, but that's not the... We'll wait and see a replay, but Nissans have crashed out of the lead of races before.
We have definitely seen it before, but the problem that he's facing right now, Oliver Roland, is this thing, hold it for a second, hold it for a second. Trust me, when you're in there, a second feels like a minute. Here's over the bumps. It just didn't stop. That is very strange.
Well, there have been 2 occasions this year where Sebastian Buemi in Chile, 3 occasions, crashed out of the race, and on some of them, he has said that the car kept going forward while he was pressing the brake pedal. So whether that's a mechanical problem for Roland that Nissan thought they'd fixed, whatever, he is out of the battle for the lead and has dropped right back down now to 22nd place. So Buemi leads, Fries 2nd, Massa 3rd, Gunther 4th, Lotterer 5th. And the attack mode activation zone is now open, which we'll talk about in a moment.
And Jean-Eric Verne and Sam Bird are very close.
Okay, lap 44, you confirm?
Well, Roland's got a bit of a cough, as everyone has, with all this pollen you can see falling around the circuit here in Paris.
As Alan McNish said,
Roland said, "I'm so sorry" on the radio.
Oh, so it sounds like he might have made the mistake. Alan McNish, Audi team principal, said when he was asked how would you pass here, he said, you've got to be sneaky. You've got to take advantage of a slight mistake from the car in front, and that's what Lotterer is going to be looking to do.
So this is the attack mode activation zone on the right-hand side as they come out of this hairpin. Well, we didn't quite see it there, but it's basically at the far part of that shot. No one taking it this time around. That gives you an extra 25 kilowatts of power for 4 minutes over the course of the race. There will also be the fan boost announcement a little bit later on. D'Ambrosio is the only driver who went through the attack mode activation zone. We've had 21 changes of position so far on the in the opening couple of laps.
In the chat with Oliver Roland pre-race, sort of saying, look, the one person you got to beat today is yourself. Yeah, it's the only person that can really beat you. And has he done that, or was there a mistake? It looked like he braked very late if he braked it, there wasn't an issue. So, yeah, tough day for Oliver Rowland out of the lead of the race.
So Buemi now leading the way. Robin Freins in second place. Felipe Massa is now in third place. Yet to have a podium in Formula E, Felipe Massa. As the cars flash past, there's the attack mode activation zone on the left-hand side. None of the leaders taking it just yet. You're only going to lose about 0.6 of a second by activating it, and also you don't gain a huge amount here either.
Our two leaders, Sebastian Buemi, Robin Freins, in China had a bit of an accident together. And there was, I'm not sure the best friends at the moment, but if Freins can get close to him, he's just on the fastest lap. If Robin Freins can get close to Buemi, he's not going to go easy on him.
Certainly isn't. Here they come again, out onto the straight once more and down towards turn 3.
D'Ambrosio, 20 seconds of attack mode left.
Yeah, he hasn't really made up many places, has he? He's in front of Wehrlein, but he hasn't actually made any positions just yet.
And that's what you've got to do. You use attack mode, you've got to make it count as Lotterer continues to hound Matti Gunther in front. And that is the nose of Lotterer. Look at the diffuser, the underbody aerodynamics of the Dragon.
39 minutes left on the clock. Plus 1 lap of racing around the streets of Paris. The top two separated by just half a second. We're with Lotterer as he really tries to find that 4th place away from Maxi Gunther. But our Dragon would love some points. They've got 2 points this year from Jose Maria Lopez's 9th place finish in Santiago all the way back in February. And he's now activated his attack mode.
And they have been quick. Super Pole in Rome, they had 2 cars in. They had Maxi Gunther in Super Pole today.
January, my apologies, was Santiago. But look at the clouds coming in as well. There's always the threat of rain today.
And there was tyres being changed on the grid as well, because some teams had a new set of tyres with sharper edges, and they also had set tyres they'd used in qualifying, and it's an all-weather tyre they use.
Oh,
so
Freins missed it. I think he might have done. Didn't get the activation zone. Almost like he went too close to the wall on the right-hand side.
And you've got to be inch perfect. We've seen that. We saw it with Mitchell Evans in the lead of the race in Rome. We saw it with Lucas Di Grassi making the same mistake. So,
Freins goes for it again, gets it this time, as does Felipe Massa. So those two now, for the next 4 minutes, will have an extra 25 kilowatts of power, which is a boost of some 13%.
There's sensors in the track, and apparently lights go off in the steering wheel when you hit each of the 3 sensors that you've got to cross. And also there's noise in your ear, there's different beeps in your ear. And Mitch Evans said he heard the first 2 in Rome, and the 3rd one never came, and I guess that's not a good feeling.
So Robin Freins now to try and launch an attack potentially on Sebastian Buemi, the race leader.
He's half a second behind. Right,
he's
that's
less
not
than
half a second.
Coming down into 3. Buemi covers the inside line a little bit.
Just got to.
He's looking leery.
Yeah, he's doing exactly the right thing. He's putting pressure on Buemi in every way he can, just hoping he can distract him, cause him to brake just a little bit late and get past.
This is looking back, meanwhile, from the Techeetah in 5th place. No, apologies, this is the Techeetah in 11th place. Looking back, and there's and can he get it up the inside? They have a bit of a nudge as Buemi goes for the attack mode. Does he get it? Yes, he did. So Robin Freins, whose favourite move is down the inside into turn 9, obviously didn't quite seem to work out.
That was very brave of Buemi to take the attack mode activation zone with the 2nd place guy right on his back wing.
It's almost 2nd, Massa 3rd.
There's like an undercut, isn't there? If you can be first to get to the attack mode without losing a place, it gives you that advantage until the person in front of you starts to use it.
So the attack mode must be used twice during the race, and it lasts 4 minutes, and a 12% increase in power from 200 kilowatts to 225 kilowatts. Robin Freins is asking on the radio, is my front wing okay? It looks a bit wobbly.
It's not. It's
broken. A bit wobbly.
I think that'll be okay. He might be noticing this.
Yeah, looks okay. It's okay. Everything's
We are up and running in Paris for the France E-prix. Join us on the backside of the break for more action from Paris.
perfect. You just have to keep pushing.
Welcome back to the streets of Paris, where you're just about to watch Lotterer make the move on Felipe Massa. Lotterer now doing the same thing on Massa. Lotterer been on an absolute flying charge, but there is a lot of action breaking out on this track. The track beginning to pick up a little bit of pace. More movements ahead. That's Freins making the move. We just talked about this track picking up pace, and so it has proved how Freins moves ahead of Buemi. So overtaking action further back down through the field as Lotterer moves forward, and Lotterer is on a real charge, but now your race leader, the E-prix race leader, Freins, there's Lotterer up to P2. Stellar stuff. Well, I'm going to back out and get you back down to the booth with Dario Franchitti, Jack Nicholls and Bob Varsha for the World Feed Call.
Freins is going to see Lotterer in the back in the mirror. 22 seconds of attack mode left. Well, not a view you'd want to see.
Shake of the head from Francois Sicard, the team manager, and here comes Daniel Abt on the attack, trying to get past Felipe Massa now for third place. Maxi Günther's lurking in behind the two. Neos are going to hit each other.
That's the last thing those guys need. They're both on the points.
I'm not quite sure how that happened, because Dillman was well in front of Turvey, but now all of a sudden that was Turvey going past Dillman around the outside.
It's possibly a mistake, but they need to score points. I mean, there's 6 points is a total for the season.
Now here we are, nose to tail for the lead of the race. Robin Freins against Andre Lotterer. The young Dutch racer against the experienced German. After De Grassi's activated his attack mode, Felipe Massa now currently on for a podium place, trying to hold on as much as he can for that.
We've seen Daniel last season just carve his way through the field, so he knows how to pass. He's putting as much pressure as he can on Felipe Massa, who's very experienced in F1.
He was superb here, wasn't he?
Unbelievable.
Daniel Abt. So let's see what he can do now as they come out down the start straight again. Massa holds the inside.
He's just sort of shadowing it, isn't he? Just in case here comes Abt.
Abt does the dummy. Massa's closing the door. That's going to be... Whoa! Abt just about gets through. I thought that was going to be a first-class ticket to a crash site, but they just about managed to squeeze around it. De Grassi now trying to go around the outside of the black and white car of Maxi Günther. We're on board with De Grassi here, but, well, 15 minutes gone, Bob Varsha, and this has been frantic, to say the least.
And I believe Daniel Abt used fan boost. You saw the halo glowing blue as he went by.
Yep. It starts raining.
And here comes the rain.
Good job. Continue to push to close the gap.
Tell me if you see how it starts raining.
Oh, it's starting to rain now. The blue is the attack mode, so I don't think Daniel Abt was in his fan boost then. But nevertheless, oh, everybody's sliding through. The rain is really coming down now.
Guys, just bear in mind, this morning, Lucas De Grassi, one of our past champions, spun in a straight line on his first lap. It gets that slippery. The conditions are going to be absolutely treacherous. You saw Andre Lotterer just losing the back end.
And look at this as they come down towards turn 3 and starting to...
The challenge of Paris. Now weather conditions change and the rain begins to fall. We're going to step away to a break here on FS1. Stick with us. This is going to get thrilling on the backside of this break. Welcome back to Paris. Changing weather conditions with a full course yellow. I think that's about to be cleared. Green racing should happen very, very soon. Back down to the booth with Bob Varsha, Jack and Dario.
Flag racing. The flags are waving, the lights go green, but the field isn't really together. So I'm not quite sure what has happened there, but suddenly... Freins pulled away. Oh, of course, it was a full course yellow, so they're not going to bunch up, are they? Sorry, that's me needing a little bit of a brain replacement. But Robin Freins then still leading the way, ahead of Andre Lotterer in second place, Daniel Abt in third, Felipe Massa in fourth, Maxi Günther in fifth, and he's on attack mode actually, so Günther is going to be one of the men to watch.
Yeah, watch because he's trying to keep the thing in a straight line. The last thing you want in these conditions is an extra 25 kilowatts of power. Conditions have changed a lot just since the track went full course yellow. So again, Robin Freins...
Bellini, man, he needs to get out of the way.
Robin Freins is really trying to feel out the grip. And look at the spray coming up. That's one of the reasons Freins is saying, get me out of the way.
Here comes Jean-Eric Verne up the inside of Oliver Turvey. That is for 8th position.
Got it stopped as well.
So nicely done for Jean-Eric Verne. Günther in 5th place. Turvey was in attack mode, slamming into the wall is Dillman. Can he keep going? It's got now to Costa up the inside of Bird, and the two bang wheels coming into Place Vauban. It's all over for Dillman. It's going to be over here for one of these two, isn't it? No, nice racing between Sam Bird and Antonio Felix da Costa. They've got the Mahindra of Jerome D'Ambrosio right there behind. Mitch Evans picked up damage on the restart. They're changing his front wing. His teammate Alex Lynn is still out there at the moment with 22.5 minutes plus a lap to go, and you can hear the revs rising there on the car of Sam Bird as the wheels spin, but it is still Robin Freins leading the way. to energy save.
Look at the spray, and the drivers are trying to pick out these braking points with pinpoint accuracy. They're going to start looking at the sort of side of the helmet, looking at the peripheral vision to look for markers that they recognise.
Roland's just done Lopez for 17th place. This is what happened to Tom Dillman. There, back end snaps away, slams into the wall, and that's his race over.
The car was still bouncing from hitting the curb and tried to go on the throttle, and we see the result. And Bird and DaCosta, there was nothing sort of intentional. As you see Mitch Evans with the front wing missing.
Yeah, so that's where it went wrong for, well, that's the aftermath of where it went wrong for Mitch Evans. 21 minutes plus a lap to go. Robin Freins is leading the race, and off is Bird. Sam Bird and Gary, maybe Van Dorn. Oh, DaCosta's off. Sims is off. My apologies. Roland's involved as well. And Alexander Sims is facing backwards at turn 3. That's a piece of Mahindra front wing by the looks of things. Let me know how the car feels. Sam Bird is told, and Sims is out of the race again. Oh, and a spin! That's Bird again. I think it's Bird again. I thought it was Robin Freins for a moment.
Bird, yeah.
Full course yellow again, with 21 minutes plus a lap to go in what is turning into a frantic Paris E-prix. Well, it's a Formula E race, so I don't know why I'm surprised.
No, there you go. Bear in mind, you see the painted lines, guys. Any of those painted lines are like ice. So they're dealing with the water, they're dealing with the bumps in the road, they're dealing with all these sort of obstacles in their way. It's not an easy thing that we're asking any of these drivers to do.
So what happened here? So Sam Bird, well, so he went in deep and then got sort of hit by D'Ambrosio. Oh, that's Roland. Roland is mullered into Alexander Sims.
But that was very odd, because Sam Bird almost looked like he was going down the runoff from this view, and the Mahindra just comes in and finishes the job off.
Right, so Bird's out of shape, but then the Mahindra's totally not stopping either.
He's going to the airport.
And then look out, here comes Roland. Bam!
Oh, I mean, that was...
Bonjour, je m'appelle Oliver.
That might be the light of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm not trying to make light of it. That's serious, but...
Well, the guy I'm thinking about is Tom Dillman. One of only 2 drivers in the race had yet to score a point. He had the fast lap point in his hands, but he's out of the race, so he can't get that bonus point because he won't finish in the top 10.
You can't score points if you don't finish. It's...
Now you have to say Alexander Sims has been told to stay in the car.
It's raining again.
Those are the rules. Still full course yellow. But yeah, until Sims is told to get out of the car, he has to stay in the car, which is why he hasn't got out. He's absolutely fine by the looks of things.
More frantic action, back to a full course yellow. Give us an opportunity to clear some of this up while I step away to break. When we come back, we'll see if we can get under green flag racing. Stick with us. Welcome back to Paris. We're still under full course yellow conditions. We're hoping to get that cleared up very, very soon. Let's get back down to the booth and join Bob, Jack and Dario.
So
Felipe Massa's got his visor open there, isn't he?
he's got his head turned as well, almost.
Seems like he's trying to clear his visor or wipe his visor or some such.
The problem is that is a real slippery slope, Jack, because you open the visor to clear it, the water gets in, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. You better keep it closed.
Those are the drivers who have fan booths, by the way, on the left-hand side there. Jean-Eric Verne on the radio is saying, guys, what about that rule that allows the race director to bring all the cars back together? Which is one. It's you can allow the Robin Freins keeps going a full course yellow. Everyone catches up to him, and then they end full course yellow. Verne wouldn't mind a bit of that at the moment in 8th position. So he's also
say it if he was leading.
Yeah, exactly. He's also been moaning about Eduardo Mortara in the Venturi. Let's see why. In the background, Verne goes to the inside into 10.
Has no way defending Mortara.
Yeah, but Verne was nowhere near him, was he?
He was obviously close enough from the touch.
Yes, a little nudge. He's not. If he's this far back, he's not overtaking into 10.
He's there already. Look.
Verne's just said on the radio, did you see that on TV, guys? So he's spotted the big screens around and about. And we're going green flag racing again, so they haven't bunched the field up. The flags go green around the track. Lottery uses his attack mode. Freins has got a big, big margin now.
Yeah, but he's thinking, get out of the way to Sebastian Sebastian Buemi because he wants to see where he's going, and all the spray that Buemi's putting up is just interfering with what he's trying to do.
Yeah, when it's greasy, it's useful. When it's spray, it's not useful to have a car in front of you. 15 minutes plus a lap to go, and Robin Freitz comes across the... Why are you giggling at me? Because I'm doing my expert driver comments again. Wow. Vern, Mortara. Vern's going to be annoyed again.
I would say so.
15 minutes plus a lap to go.
What are you doing?
Jets, take right.
Spin the wall and there is nothing happening. Race director, what are you doing?
Race director, what are you doing is the question for Jean-Eric Verne. He's trying to run a race with hail coming down at the moment.
It's never a good thing to give the race director a hard time on the radar. Oh, Massa!
Felipe Massa is that spinning out of the final corner all by himself potentially, and Massa has dropped away from the podium positions. Now here comes Mortara to the outside of Maxi Kunter to try and take 6th place away. He's not stopping it, he's in the wall. Mortara in the wall.
Middle of the straight, we've got some debris as well, right at the start line, or the finish line. I'm sorry, there's some debris actually at the start line.
Mortara manages to bounce, so in the space of 2 corners, one Venturi spins, the other one hits the wall. No wonder Susie Wolff is shaking her head.
He's in loads of racing right there. How quickly it changes.
Look at that blue sky as well. How quickly that changes as well.
I thought the weather was weird where I live. This is incredible.
Here we go then. France still leading. Lotter is second. France has used his second attack mode. Lotter in second. Daniel Abt in third. And then Degrassi is in fourth. This, meanwhile, is Felipe Massa, who's dropped down to 7th, ahead of 8th place Oliver Turvey, 9th to Costner, 10th D'Ambrosio. So he's over to the points now with the Jaguar of Alex Lynn right behind. But then they've got the attack mode using Eduardo Mortara in 12th position as it stands on these very tricky track conditions.
A lot of damage on the front of the Mahindra. It's like D'Ambrosio.
There's Degrassi, who is now in 4th place in front of Gunter, with Verne behind. Where there's D'Ambrosio. Yeah, you're right. A lot of damage on the front. Oh, and I think that's where it is.
Yeah.
Halfway down the straight.
Yeah. They were called a couple of laps ago, right on the start line. That's a big enough piece of carbon. They might have to go full course yellow again. Oh, Massa, get touching that curve. Got to have the wheels on the ground before you get to throttle.
There is a part of the Mahindra. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to hit that. And it's over the top of a crest as well.
That's Sam Bird, meanwhile, who is in 17th place and off. Who's that this time? Is that Roland again?
It's Roland again.
Has he damaged his front wing again?
And he was up to 16th.
Did he change his front wing?
Left it somewhere.
Wow. I heard everyone cheering. I thought they were just cheering Sam Bird in 17th place, but alas, here's the other Envision Virgin Racing car, Robin Freitz leading the way, 4.6 seconds clear of Andre Lotterer in second place in the Tachita.
And Andre Lotterer did most of his racing in Japan. He's used to racing in the rain. This is a fantastic performance from Robin Freitz.
Here he comes then down towards turns 8 and 9. Still questions over that front wing. Oh, in the wall.
Back wheels off the ground.
We've got 2, we've got Lynn, and we've got Bird taking evasive action. It's Bird and Mortara. Sorry, Lynn and Oliver Turvey both doing U-turns to get back onto the track. So that's Turvey and Massa losing a load of places. And, well, this will be, I would suggest a safety car, but we'll see.
Line at 14.
Good information from the engineer. Full course yellow.
Full course yellow we go. A shake of the head. Alex Lynn out of the race, and James Barkley from 2 weeks ago. The elation. They said, yeah, they said tight line at turn 14. That he needs to be taking the tight line at turn 13, actually, doesn't he?
Yes.
Point, Jack.
There's the sign right on the wall telling you.
Yeah. So here's what happened with Alex Lynn. Him and Mortara. No.
Come on, you're not going to pass there.
That's a brave one.
That's a stupid one. I mean, Mortara's done some cracking things this season in that Venturi. That wasn't one of them.
This is looking back from Felipe Massa with Oliver Turvey. Oh, Turvey got out of shape and nudged Massa around.
Well, look at the bright side. More souvenir race car pieces for everybody.
Yeah, except the teams, they don't have any left. So full course yellow. 10 minutes plus 1 lap to go. Look at the beautiful blue sky. Glorious day here in Paris.
It's beautiful.
An entire season of Formula E racing seems to be condensed into the Paris E-prix. We're going to step away to break. More weather. Boy, oh boy, stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Paris and the Jaguar Art of Performance, and we're going to highlight Robert Freins today, who is doing stellar work so far. Started third, currently is leading this E-prix with a best lap of, well, 2 seconds over a minute, 102.922. Great battles with Buemi, and he's looking for his first race win with Formula E. Let's get down to the booth.
Look at the play of the surface air on the side of the car. Water streaming in strange directions.
Muddy water, isn't it, as well? Listen to the wheels spin. And he goes for the throttle.
Safety car in this lap then. We're about to go racing once more on the streets of Paris.
Pull the belts tight, hang on.
The crowd applauding because they are looking forward to the resumption of this race that is now all backed up. We've got Audi's running in 3rd and 4th. That's Lucas de Grassi in the 4th spot. We're a little bit far back, so is Jean-Eric Verne. No one going through the attack mode activation zone.
Gunther tried, did he? I think no, he's done it.
They've all used their attack modes,
Here we go.
apart from the ones who happen nearer the back. But when is Freins going to go for it in the lead of the race?
Icy Gunther, P5. How aggressive is he going to be? Because that would be a great result. But drivers are greedy. They want more.
He's gone. Robin Freins is off. Leading the way with Lotter a second. Daniel Abt in 3rd place as they burst into the sunshine in Paris to come across the line with 2 minutes plus 1 lap to go.
3 laps, really, isn't it?
3 laps to the finish. As they come out with Robin Freins leading, Lotter a second, Abt 3rd.
And Freins is leaving nothing on the table. As we see the Costa looking like he's trying to line up Jean-Eric Verne.
Maxi Gunther just pulling out of the spray more than anything in that black and white J-Ox Dragon for what would be his best result in Formula E. A little bit of an action here. Oh, no, not again. D'Ambrosio in the wall and Lopez into the back of him.
D'Ambrosio, championship leader.
Jerome D'Ambrosio,
P2, I'm sorry.
who'd climbed so far up from the back of the order. Hopefully he can reverse out of that. But he's quite a way in.
Somebody else has crashed.
Yeah, there's another crunch out there as well. Paffett up into 8th place, meanwhile. Good effort from Gary Paffett. Buemi has... where's Buemi now? Here's the leader, Robin Freins. 2nd is Andre Lotter in the black and gold to Cheetah. 3rd is Daniel Abt. 4th is Lucas de Grassi. 5th is Maxi Gunther.
So where was the other impact?
Yeah, I don't know.
We heard it.
We'll find out and see who's dropping down the order. Certainly D'Ambrosio's out of it. It might just have been a crunch. Car to car.
Oliver Rowland.
12. He's got some of Sam Bird in him. He's got a number 2 piece of car stuck underneath his front wing, and D'Ambrosio saying he can't continue. So is he going to be stuck there? There's still a yellow flag at turn 3.
And these guys are unsighted by the spray. Look, he cannot pass under a yellow flag.
There should be yellow flags on the right-hand side as we go on the brakes. Yeah, there are. And a full course yellow. And that is basically, I think, going to be the end of the Paris E-prix. Don't know for sure. But they could slow right down now. But
who knows?
I don't think they will. They can't actually, because they're at 50 kilometers an hour. So Robin Freins is about to come through in a couple of minutes to start the final lap under full course yellow. Although, having said that, they could end. They're not going to be able to clear that car in time. I'm trying to think of ways we could possibly see racing to the flag, and I can't think of any.
Good try, though, Jeff.
Thank you.
This in the situation, if you're Robin Freins, it's like, just get it to the finish. Don't do anything stupid. Please don't break down. Front wing, don't fall off. The front wing that's been hanging off since what, lap 2?
Well, how much of a factor do you think it being wet helped? Because when it was dry and they're bouncing the curbs and they're hitting the bumps, it was really working loose. Now, it's because they're going around slower in the rain and everything, it seems to be hanging on.
Yeah, I mean, you think aerodynamically that you would actually want more understeer as well in the wet, so it might have worked out.
He did it for aerodynamics, did he?
That must be the excuse. be given the engineers.
Okay, you are starting your last lap. Last lap.
Robin Freins starts his last lap. If it finishes like this, if they don't manage to get the green flag in time, it will be 8 different winners from the first 8 races, 8 different nationalities from 7 different teams, which would be quite something. But we're still under full course yellow. They can't go slower than 50 kilometers an hour. They can't go faster than 50 kilometers an hour.
And it's not over yet.
Let's see how...
Anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see how they are getting on when they get down to the right-hander here at turn 3. They're applauding because the crowd think it's over. And look, they're pulling the car away. So once they're past the crash sites, in fact, they're not going to come back round again. So they might stick it to a green flag.
At the safety car line, right?
Once everyone's cleared, but I still think the field is so spread out, in fact. The field is so spread out that you've got to wait for everyone to be passed, which is going to happen fairly shortly. Here they come then, into turn 9.
Green flag.
The race goes green, then we've got a couple more corners to go. Robin Freins gets flying, he was ready to go. And we've got a couple more corners left in the Paris E-prix. Robin Freins, though, looks to have it under control. Lotter a second. Audi's 3rd and 4th. But here comes Robin Freins, the man who stormed up through his junior career.
Thank you.
Here he comes across the line. Robin Freins wins in Paris.
Well done, mate. Well done. Good job. That's a good one. Yeah. Congrats. Congrats.
Chris Gorn and Sylvain Philippi embrace.
Look your brakes, please. Look your brakes. Try to warm everything you can. It's nice.
Did he have the flag in the car?
Dutch flag.
Wow, that's confidence.
I tell you what.
That's confidence.
Shall we attempt to speak to him? I don't know. He's holding up the flag with one hand and waving with the other.
Yeah, give him a hello.
Let's talk to him. Robin, it's Dario up in the booth. Congratulations. That was a phenomenal race.
Thank you, Dario. Thank you. It was the hardest race of my life. Hardest race. Wow.
It was incredible. The front wing was hanging up from about the 2nd lap. Just didn't seem to slow you down, though.
No, it was a good battle with Sebastian. And good to bring it home. I think he had an issue, but nevertheless, thank all the boys for the team did a hard job after the crash in FP1. Good to come back like this.
And now, Robin, you're leading the championship.
That's another bonus.
Quite. So Robin Freins then takes the victory, flies the Dutch flag. Our first Dutch winner in Formula E.
I believe so.
So too.
8 winners in 8 races. That's nuts.
Every time. Well, that'll be the question, won't it? In Monaco in 2 weeks, will it be 9 in 9? What a frantic race. No red flag, but not without incident.
Definitely not without incident. So, with all the excitement, Robin Freins winning, did we see any position changes on that last lap?
I think we did. Here's a look at Freins coming through the final couple of corners and taking the win.
He's on the radio already.
He was saying
brave.
thank you at the penultimate corner, wasn't he?
A little premature. Tempting fate.
Yeah.
See if we can see where the flag came from. Oh, he's calling for him.
Oh, good work from the marshal. Did he have a whole... Is it a French flag?
Is it a French flag?
Yeah, it is. I think the Dutch colors are horizontal.
But he just held it sideways. Genius.
That's cool. Okay.
Wow.
I was going to say, it would take some confidence to have it inside the car.
Yeah, exactly. So Freins leads the championship on 81 points by virtue of setting the fastest lap of the race than Andre Lotterer by 2/100ths of a second. 2/100ths of a second have given Freins the championship lead, although actually without that they'd be level on points, and Freins would have won a race and Lotterer hasn't. So it's a moot point there really, unless Lotterer had it, and then Lotterer would have led the championship, but none of that happened. This did happen. Robin Freins won in Paris.
welcome back to Paris. What a remarkable day has been for Formula E. What a remarkable day for this man, celebrating proudly Robin Freins with the Dutch flag. Amazing race. Amazing race for many people. Let's have a look at the unofficial results after this E-prix. Robin Freins there finishing first, as we know. Andre Lotre, though, very close to, and Daniel Abt, both of those guys doing stellar work for Audi. And as we move back further through the order, all of these guys, drivers and teams alike, they've all got their own stories to tell. Amazing. Nikki Shields has Robin Freins down in the pit lane. Let's listen in.
Yeah, exactly. Robin Freins, making history here today for you and the team. Your very first win. Huge congratulations. But it wasn't easy, was it? That was a tough one.
That was the most difficult race of my career, really. Well, if you're leading, the last thing you want is rain. And everything is unpredictable, and you just try to don't do any mistakes. Andre was behind me, quite close, so it was really tricky conditions. And just so happy to bring it home and win this race.
You had, bizarrely, Sebastian Buemi in front of you at one point. Was that quite useful, because you could sort of use him to work out where to go and where not to go because of the rain?
Yeah, true. He was like 2 seconds ahead, but then I couldn't see my braking point in turn 3 and 10, so it was very difficult to see where I was. So I wasn't so happy with that, of course. But then anyway, it made my life in the other way in the small corners easier, because I know where he was heading. But still, I mean, it's so difficult, and I'm the first or now the second guy to come over this track, expecting the unexpected. So it's just wow.
Well, congratulations. You've now propelled yourself to the top of the driver's standing.
Congratulations, and wow, indeed. Robin Freins at the top of the order after 8 of 13 races, 81 points on the board. But look how close it is. Andre Lotre just 1 point off Robin Freins there, and both on 11 points off Felix da Costa and Di Grassi. What a championship season this is turning out to be for Formula E, and many more races coming too. All right. Well, this concludes round 8 of the Formula E series. Our coverage of the championship continues on May the 11th, the Monaco E-prix. Our show begins at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on FS1. For everyone on the World Commentary team, I'm Steve Matchett, saying thank you very much for joining us, and bye for now. Tremendous stuff.